We got next screaming Israel rise. Jamming to my verbs, standing on the curb, famine of the word, damaging my nerves, cannon for the purge. I go Michael bad.
All right, first and foremost, I want to say call hello, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Most High and in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And we're the sect of the SICARRI, the Dallas section, the best section. Right. And we're here to tell the blacks, the so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans that they're the true children of God. Right. Salvation is only for them, and the white man and the other nationalities outside of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites, are going into captivity.
That's man. Right.
But right now I'm gonna get on our people. Let me get Matthew chapter 25. You give me a second, Ezra, not second Ezra, 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 2, man. Because all I see out here, every time I go to camp, is just foolish virgins, man. Foolish virgins who ain't keep, chapter 11 verse 2. Foolish virgins out here, man. Y'all not keeping y'all's lamp lit. I want 25 from the top, because I'm getting on our nation, man. Because that's who needs to hear this, bro. I'm not here to just play around, man. I'm trying to seal the elect. That's the only reason I come out here, is to seal the elect, because I'm tired of this place. I'm tired of these so-called white men walking up and down the streets that was owned by my Native American tribesmen. I'm so sick of looking at y'all. I'm so sick of y'all thinking y'all are gonna just keep on ruling forever. When y'all are gonna get twice as much hate and evil happening to you guys, man, for the wickedness you did to us, man.
That's right.
And the only way that's gonna happen is if you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans take heed to this word. That's the only way we're gonna be saved out of this place, man. That's why I had Deuteronomy 28 verse 1 read, because as soon as we start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments coupled with the faith, we'll be set on top. Matter of fact, let's hold that. Give me Isaiah chapter 2. So I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen. Hey brother, you got time to hear word? I guess not, man. I guess not. Like I was saying before, we're just nothing but foolish virgins of the children of Israel here, man. Let me get 2 verse 2.
Alright. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 2 verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
So in the last days, the nation of Israel is going to be exalted above all the other nations, and everybody's going to come worship our God, man. You're not going to be worshiping the Moabite gods. You're not going to be worshiping the Edomite gods. You're not going to be in Greek mythology anymore. You're going to come to Israel and worship our gods, our God, and if you don't like it, you're going to be put to death.
That's right.
And you're going to serve us. The nation of the kingdom who doesn't want to serve the children of Israel are going to perish by the sword, like it says in Isaiah 60. Let's go back to the lesson. You go get the precept here.
This is Matthew 25 for the top. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins.
The kingdom of heaven, that's the so-called black and Hispanic Native Americans, man. Y'all are the kingdom of heaven. That's why I said in Revelations, you saw the kingdom of heaven descending, man. Who is that? It's not talking about an actual literal city, because we're a people before we're a city. That's talking about us, man.
Which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish.
5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. What? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5 again. Because it says 5 of them were wise, and 5 of them were foolish. So let's see what the wisdom is.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh.
Moses taught us statutes that he was given by, that was given to him by Yahweh, our God.
My God commanded me that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it.
So where we go, where we possess land, we need to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep going.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom.
This is your what?
Wisdom.
This is your wisdom. These laws, statutes, and commandments are our wisdom. That's the only thing that's going to make us wise. That's why you see us out here going in great lengths to break all the law, statutes, and commandments. And you see why everybody thinks we're fools. Everybody thinks we're just niggas. Everybody thinks we're just spics. Everybody thinks we're just Uncle Tomahawks. You know why? Because we don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, which is our wisdom. That's what makes us wise. That's what makes those five virgins the wise ones, and the foolish ones were those who didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. But that's y'all's problem, man. That's Jake's problem, bro. Y'all just love captivity. Give me Jeremiah chapter 2. Because that's why he says, is Jacob a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? He's spoiled because he doesn't want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why y'all are still on the reservations. That's why we're still in the ghettos. And that's why we're still getting shot in the streets every day, man. Y'all just love captivity.
I love it, man. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Why is he spoiled? Because he forsook the fountains of living water, which is his God, man. That's why we're spoiled. That's why we're cursed in the city. That's why we're cursed in the field. That's why another man laid with our wives. That's why we had yokes of iron put on our necks. That's why we went on slaves. That's why we went on slave ships and became slaves when we got to America. Because we refuse to hearken to this word. We love being slaves, man. That's why the other nations treat us as slaves. That's why a homosexual was proud enough, like a couple camps ago, to say, oh, that's why y'all are slaves. Because the other nations don't respect us. Because we don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, like I said in Deuteronomy 4 verse 5, man. Y'all just love being niggas. And y'all hate when we bring out the word to you. That's why y'all like to say y'all love God, y'all do this and that. My grandma catch the Holy Ghost, she fell out in church. Y'all think that's wisdom, man. What is catching the so-called Holy Ghost done for anybody in a positive sense? In a positive sense, man. Y'all say y'all catch the Holy Ghost, fall out in church, and then a day later have a stroke. But I thought you caught the Holy Ghost, man. You supposed to be prophesying to me. You got the Holy Ghost. That's the problem with Jake, man. Y'all love to just be foolish. Give me Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 22, man. Y'all love to be foolish. Y'all love all manner of folly. You love the oppressor. Jake is just Jake, man. There's no other word to put it, man. Y'all are just a rare breed of ignorance that you don't see anywhere else.
I got you. This is the book of Jeremiah 4 and 22. For my people is foolish.
They're what?
Foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding.
They have none understanding. That's why you walk up and down the streets thinking it's okay to take somebody's wife. That's why you walk up and down the streets thinking it's okay to hold grudges against your neighbor, which is your brother. That's why you think all that's okay, because you don't have any understanding. Keep going.
They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
And we don't know how to do good, man. What's good? These law, statutes, and commandments. Give me Romans chapter 7, man. That's what's good. That's what's gonna save us. That's what life is, man. We start keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. Stop being niggas. Stop being spics, man. Turn yourself into a Judite or an Issacharite, man. That's what we need to do. Come back to our heritage. That's the main message I hear, man. Because as soon as we seal that elect, all hell is gonna break loose, man. Because if you look at geopolitics right now, it just seems like every day we get closer and closer to the brink, man. It just seems like it's always just one domino that needs to fall, and then it's all gonna fall, man. And you know what that domino is? That's the very last of the 144 being sealed. That's the domino that's gonna knock down this whole kingdom. And it's gonna be good because we're gonna be saved. It's gonna be like a dream. It's like, oh man, you don't gotta work for the white man no more? That's gonna be fun, man. We don't gotta work. Psalms 127, man. I think it's 126, 127. Get that. Yeah, I want that. Because it's gonna be like a dream to not have to work for this white man just to still be poor. That's right. To still be poor, man. I worked 80 hours to have nothing. And then the so-called white man turned around and didn't even give me my check.
Oh, hell no.
Didn't even give me my check, man. That's why I'm saying it's gonna be a dream. Is that
This Psalms 126 from the top. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion,
When he saved us, turn again means to save you from captivity.
we were like them that dream.
We were like them that dream. Because it's going to be a dream, man. It's going to be a dream to have 7 wives. It's going to be a dream to rule over the nations. As many as you want, man. It's going to be a dream to not ever have to see these demons ever again, man. To see this demon right here, man. Because he is going on the field, and it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be wonderful, man. It's going to be wonderful to see all them stripes on your back, man. It's going to be great, man. It's going to be a dream.
It says, then was our mouth filled with laughter.
They were filled with laughter. Because the white man ain't nothing no more. These nations are nothing anymore, man. That's what's going to be great. That's what's going to be, that's the dream that I search for every single day, man. And I hope everybody up here is feeling the same way, man. That's the dream we strive for. That's it. That's point blank period. To where I am in rulership, man. My nation's in rulership, not just me. My nation as a whole is fixed. And we come into that new covenant so we don't have to sin anymore. So we don't have to go into captivity anymore, man. Because the Bible speaks of a kingdom that shall never fall. And who is that given to? That's given to the saints and not other people, man. Not the sons of the alien. The Israelites. Bring it out! That's right. The Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what we dream for, man. Not no Martin Luther King. I had a dream where I hold on to the white man. We've been holding on to the white man for years and got a knife in our back. That's a dream from Satan, man. Just keep getting your ass beat until he starts to love you, man. And everybody wants to say, every time we try to bring out, you shouldn't like the white man, you shouldn't follow after them. They say, oh, that's not going to get us anywhere. I mean, the so-called white man's got a whole nation off that. The whole so-called white man's got a nation off of hatred, man. But you want to tell me hatred isn't going to do anything for us? You're crazy, man. It's not even that you feel that way. It's just you just love the white man. That's what it boils down to. You're not trying to convince me anything. You just love the white man and you don't want to be reproved.
It says, in our tongue with singing, then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them.
The Lord have done great things for them. Going into salvation isn't for everybody. That's why it says the Lord has done great things for them. Give me Ezekiel chapter 30. You still holding that in Matthew? Okay, get Ezekiel chapter 37, man. Because the other nations are going to see our salvation. And they're going to be like, oh man, I wish we was them. They're going to see the nations. The nations are going to see us be sanctified, man. That's right. They're going to see us be set apart and brought back into our kingdom again. That's right. Give me Ezekiel 35 at the very 36, 22. No, I don't want that. Give me 37. 37 at the very end. Give me.
God, this is Ezekiel 37:24. And David my servant shall be king over them.
It's going into Yahushua.
And they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them.
So in the kingdom, we're gonna have the new covenant, and we won't be able to sin anymore. We're going to be walking in the law, statutes, and commandments forever. Our kingdom is gonna last forever. Keep going.
And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein.
And that's a cut. That's a cut when Christians try to say this is talking about everybody, because it says wherein your fathers dwelt. Not all the fathers lived there. Not all the fathers of the world lived in Israel, man. The actual land, not this little piece of Israel, bro. What they call Israel. Keep going.
It says, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever.
Forever. Our kingdom is going to last forever. Keep going.
And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them.
With who?
With them.
The Israelites, them.
It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore.
Set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. Keep going.
My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people.
The Most High Yahweh is going to be our God, and we're going to be His people. Not everybody. That's why it's using possessive pronouns all through this. Keep going.
And the heathen.
And the heathen the other nations who aren't going to be saved
shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel.
They're going to do what? Read it again from the top.
And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore.
So the heathens are going to know that the Most High does sanctify Israel, and He is their God, man. He's not everybody's God. He's Israel's God. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the other nations are going to know that when He tabernacles with us.
This is Matthew 25. This shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish.
5 kept the law, statutes, and commandments, and 5 were foolish, and were Sodom's children, and had none understanding, and didn't want to keep the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments in the faith. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to be foolish. And let's prove that version is talking about us. Get 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 2.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach.
A chaste virgin to a Mashiach, talking about Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. Paul has espoused the Israelites who didn't know who they were, and brought them back to their God, and brought them back to the faith of Yahweh Shai, man. To make them chaste virgins for the marriage. Keep going.
They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them.
They took no oil with them, the foolish ones. That oil is going into keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man.
But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept.
While the bridegroom tarried, while he was away for a little bit, they slumbered and slept. Give me, we don't sleep as do others, man. There's that 1 Thessalonians 5. I think that's 5. But we don't sleep like others, man. We are the wise virgins up here trying to keep our lamps lit by having works and faith. Because works is going to establish our faith, man. Because we don't stay asleep, man. We keep our eyes wide open in this word. We meditate in this word day in and day in and at nighttime, man. All the time. We love to stay in these scriptures because that's the only thing that's going to give us understanding of this world. The only thing that's going to guide us, and the only thing that's going to keep us from the awkward and terrible doctrines of America, man. Like it's crazy how in America, right? They'll pass a bill saying, making it illegal to abort your kid, and everybody's in an uproar. But you have no right. 5 and 6. And they'll say they'll be in an uproar that they pass a law saying you can't have abortions, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, man? You're murdering a person, and you have an issue with somebody telling you can't murder a person. You guys have to. That's why America has to go. That's why America needs to be burnt with fire, man.
That's right.
It's not bad enough. It won't be good enough for Yahweh just to kill you guys. He has to burn this place, man.
That's right.
That's the only way to really just burn this place off of existence, man. That's the only thing. That's the only thing we can do to actually cleanse America, man. Cause y'all's blood, at this point, y'all's blood is not enough, man. I need this to be scorched earth, man. I need this to be scorched earth. When we chant death to America, we literally mean it. Death to America, man. This place can't keep standing. We can't keep having. We can't have, like, they passed a bill in Texas, right, saying you can have sex with animals. That's legal. That's legal. So you can have sex with animals, man. And that's the heathen that rule over you. That's the heathen that rule over you. That's what they're on. That's the Greek. That's the Greek and the Romans. That's the same stuff they was doing in Greece and in Romans. The same exact stuff they do here, man. It's the same exact stuff. And that's just it's foolishness, man. It's foolishness. And then you have Jake not even be on that, but they still want to keep loving the white man, bro. Right. Oh, just like people in the comment section, just preach to him. They'll change. Just preach to him. Man, can a leper change his spots, man? No. They was born crooked. Right. They was born being homosexuals. Right. They was born being animal rapists.